And we are live. I see there's a lot of people waiting already. Sorry if I'm late a little bit. I was just on Instagram live streaming. I usually, before I start live streams on YouTube, I like heading on to Instagram and doing that for a couple minutes. But hey guys, how's it going? Hopefully you're having a great day. I already see the comments are going. I haven't done a live stream on YouTube in like 30 million years. To be honest with you guys, I have been super busy. I've been fishing when I can, and I work more than one job, so I don't have nights off ever. And tonight, one of my gigs I ref in the evenings, and one of the teams didn't show up, so I got home like an hour early. So I was like, I'm going to live stream. So here we are live streaming for the first time forever. Just gonna talk about fishing, give you guys a couple updates. It's not gonna be too long, try to keep it around half an hour or so, but it's gonna be a Q&A like I usually do on live streams. So if you guys have questions, let me know and I'll answer them. I'll talk about some future plans and all that stuff. But how have I been, Devin? How have you been, Devin? I've been pretty good. I've been super busy, but you know, it's good to be busy. It's good to be busy. I'd rather be busy than bored. So San Antonio, how's it going? From San Antonio, wow. I got my Corrado DC today. Awesome, Bass King. Send me or tag me in a photo on Instagram when you catch a fish. That's awesome. The Corrado DC is a wicked reel. Definitely has a place in your arsenal. That's awesome. I didn't even know they're coming out already. I thought you guys are gonna be waiting till September, but that's awesome. Ganter rail tips. I am not the person to ask about ganter rail tips. I fished the ganter. I have a little video that I made when I was fishing it. I fished the ganter rail for 2 days and then half of 1 day, so almost 3 days straight. I told myself I'm fishing the ganter rail till I catch a fish on it. Actually, I have the ganter right here because I brought my swim baits with me. This is the bait right here. This is an RT Spongill, I think, or something. I don't know. It has the orange belly. I like the chartreuse here. Or not the chartreuse, sorry, the bright orange. I like the bright colors on the bottom here. But fished this thing till I died pretty much. Finally, I caught a couple fish, all on video. I'm not going to ruin it or anything like that. But ganter rail tips. I'm not the person to ask. I only caught a couple fish on it. You need a proper rod for this thing. My rod's only rated up to 2 ounces. This is 2.5 ounces. Every time I throw it out, I feel like my rod's going to snap, but it hasn't yet. Wow, sorry, I'm way behind, guys. I'm going to try to catch up. How do I have time to fish, film, edit, and work 2 jobs? I don't know. I don't know. I like keeping busy, though. It keeps me on track. How did you get hooked up with Shimano? I met the marketing rep at a Toronto fishing show. We started talking, and here we are. Favorite swim bait as of now? I don't know if you mean big or small. Like regular conventional swim bait is the Jackal Rhythm Wave. You guys see me throw that a lot. Sorry. Other than that, probably the S Waver has caught me the most fish so far. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you guys do that, the.ladybass. A couple times this year, I have fished and I have not filmed. And I do post those photos, obviously, on Instagram. So if you guys miss any swim bait fish, it's probably because I didn't film. I didn't film a couple times this year because I had just people over. You said you fish Lake St. Clair. I have a house there. What's your favorite best lure technique there? Drop shot. Drop shot and tube and swim bait. That's all you need there. Find isolated like grass patches. If you find perch or bait fish there. The thing about Lake St. Clair though is like the smallmouth. I'm assuming you're fishing smallmouth. The smallmouth aren't really structure oriented like most other lakes. Like you'll find smallmouth on ledges and rock piles and all that stuff, depending on the time of year. But Lake St. Clair, they're just moving. They're just roaming everywhere with the bait fish. In the fall, you'll find them on like shallow sand flats, but I mean, they're just roaming. So you just got to find the bait fish and then just fish around that area and you'll be okay. But drop shot, tube, swim bait, that's what I use when I go down there at least. You're so enthusiastic. I love fishing, man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm way behind. I'm going to try to catch up here. What's your best reel? My best reel, I can tell you my favorite reel. My favorite reel right now is the Corrado DC. The Corrado K is probably tied with the DC just because I use that one a lot and it casts like crazy. I don't know if you mean most expensive. You have to clarify the question, but DC and K right now, the Corrado series is killing it. Do you use the umbrella rig? From time to time, yes. Not this time of year, though. Megabass Battalion's amazing. Caught at 8.5 largemouth today on it. Congrats, Thomas. That's awesome. I actually have one in here as well. This didn't make the video, but I caught 2 smallmouth on it in 2 casts. They're small, and I didn't catch anything else that whole day, so I didn't make it into a video. But that's 8.5 pounds. That's nuts, guys. That's crazy. Congrats, man. Favorite fall lure is a swim bait, a 3.8-inch swim bait for smallmouth, and like the 5-inch swim bait for largemouth. Swim baits. Spy bait. That's something I have to get into more. I've caught fish on spy baits, but I have like negative 100 confidence in spy baits. Spy baits and tubes. Tubes I have to work on a little bit more too. I catch fish on it, but I need to work on it, I think. Like I don't feel fully confident in throwing a tube if I have to. So spy baiting and tubes, I may, do that a little bit more. Gave me an inspiration. What gave you the inspiration to start your channel? I started my channel like 3 years ago now, I think. I don't have too many like friends around me that fish, so I mainly started the channel just to connect with other fishermen. And here we are. Muskie fishing. I have yet to catch a muskie, guys. This fall it may happen. I'm looking into picking up like a heavy pike and muskie setup. Before bass open here in Ontario, the only thing that's really open that interests me are pike. And I mean, I fish pike on conventional, like flipping sticks and all that stuff. But I want to pick up like a heavy pike setup / like a muskie setup that I can use in the fall for muskie as well. Because muskie don't open here till like June 3rd. And yeah, there's the K backlash. No reel will backlash if you set it up properly. I think Flukemaster has a video how to set up your bait caster, and watch that. If you set it up correctly, no reel will backlash. Sorry. Good snack for night fishing. Ooh, beef jerky. 2 years ago. Thank you for correcting me. Being a Shimano, you have to try the Titanium and Aldebaran. Oh wow, I can't say that word. Aldebaran MGL. Yeah, eventually. I've tried the Metanium, I believe, because one of my friends has it. But I like what I use. I don't need anything more. I mean, it's nice to have more sensitive, lighter gear, but I'm also not made out of money, and I know most of you guys aren't either. Do you prefer ocean over lake fishing? I have fished the ocean once in Fort Lauderdale and like a week in Key West. So no, because I don't fish the ocean. How old are you? Are you still in school? That's the most common question. I am 19 years old. I am going into my 2nd year of university in like 2 weeks. So I am still in school and I'm 19. My Instagram, I tagged you in the post of Corrado DC. Go like it, please. I will go like it after this post. Having fished the Bantam MGL, would you recommend it? Yes. It's like, when you guys pick up a reel and you're just like, wow, like this is such a pleasure to hold. Like, you know what I mean? Bantam MGL is like a pleasure to fish with. It's just like nice. You know what I mean? It's definitely not a necessity. If you guys don't have the money, don't try going out buying like it's $500 Canadian or $350 USD. It's not cheap. It will do what a Corrado K does, but it's just having that extra sensitivity that I do feel the extra sensitivity. It's a one piece body. So you know, when vibrations travel through, it's not lost between like, you know, seams or anything like that. So it is more sensitive. I do feel that. It's a pretty wicked reel. I love it, especially with braid. It's crazy sensitive. I have a video on setting up baitcaster also. There you go. JC Dropshot also has a video on how to set up your baitcaster. Speaking of baitcasters, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know. Look what we got here. It's backwards for you, but the Shimano Slx. I'm going to have an unboxing / like preview review. Just going to talk about technology pretty much. I'm not going to give you guys a full-on review because I haven't used it yet. I'll be using it this weekend though. But I'm going to have a video next week for you guys. Look how small this reel. It's nuts. It's like, I think it was like 30 or 40% smaller than Shimano Kanan. Like, it's tiny. Like, I can hold this whole thing in my hand. My hands are, you know, female size. They're not that big. Crazy. And the thing about this reel compared to the Casitas, this reel is replacing the Casitas and the Kanan. It's going to be $100 USD, and it's going to be 140 Canadian. But the thing about the SLX that the Casitas does not have is that it's not a graphite frame. This is a graphite frame. This is aluminum. So it's going to be more sensitive. It's going to be more rigid, better construction. And I think that's a big upgrade for Shimano here, especially at the $100 price point. So that's that. Looks pretty sweet. You guys can see that blue on there. The rods, I don't have any of the rods. I did get a chance to play around with one when I was picking this reel up. They're pretty sweet too. They have like a cool like JDM look to them as well, which is always nice. Yeah, in Ontario we have bass season, so you can't fish for bass in a certain time of year. Least favorite bait to you? Wow. I don't know if I have a least favorite bait. I know I have like baits or techniques I'm not confident in. Carolina rig. I don't throw that at all, so it's probably my least favorite. Jig rod and reel combo. It's a 7.2 medium heavy fast action Corrado rod. The thing about the Corrado rod, it's the step lower than the Zodiac, step above the SLX. I find it's a little bit more, it has a little bit more backbone to it, like higher up in the blank compared to the Zodiac, which I like for jigs. I want that really, really fast action. So that's why I chose the Corrado for my jig rod. And on it, I have another Corrado 70 though. The Corrado 70 8-gear ratio. Jigs, I mostly fish up shallow, you know, pitching docks, pitching laydowns, and all that kind of stuff. So that faster gear ratio, you can make more casts during a day, and you know, whip the bass out of the cover. And on there, I throw 50-pound braid. I don't usually throw. I got a lot of questions in my last jig video. I don't usually throw a fluorocarbon leader. I do when I think I need to, when it's like a confidence thing, but usually I do not, and I don't think there's a huge difference. Have a giveaway. When we hit 20K, I'm doing a giveaway. I'm not sure what I'm going to give away yet, but first off, we have been growing a lot in the past couple of weeks. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. It's been absolutely crazy. I think, I don't know, I was at like 14K like a month ago, which is just blows my mind. So thank you guys so much. If you guys saw my my little post I did on YouTube, I told you guys I'm going to be doing a giveaway at 20K, you know, just to give back to you guys. But yeah, 20K. Do you guys accept Canadian Tire money? I don't even know how to use Canadian Tire money, to be honest with you. I always get it whenever I go to Canadian Tire, but I'm like, I don't know what it's for. Oops. I'm a Daiwa friend. Do you like Daiwa? Yeah, Daiwa makes amazing stuff. They make great reels. I've never used any of their rods, but I have owned a couple Tatulas, and they do make nice reels. I don't know about the rods though. Sorry, I can't vouch for any of that. Favorite fish to catch? 100% smallmouth bass. They're absolutely nuts. Fish Stoka Lake, plenty of muskie and big size pike as well. I was gonna go there a couple weeks ago, but I didn't end up going. I may do that in the fall. Either Stoka, I think Moira has muskie as well though. Are you ready for ice fishing? No. No, I'm not. Yeah, JC Dropshot is giving away a Shimano SLX. Little plug for you there, buddy. So you ever frog fish? I fished a frog for a total of like 5 hours this year. So not really. the lakes I mostly fish are pretty deep, and they don't have a lot of like surface grass or cover. So I mean, I'll fish in like lily pads. I'll fish it like around submerged grass where it comes up to like a foot above the surface. But I feel like there's more effective ways of fishing. I'd rather throw like a popper over top of submerged grass than a frog. Just better hookup ratio. You know what I mean? But I don't fish topwater a lot, and I mostly blame that on on the lakes I fish. But that's a really bad excuse, I guess. When you hit 20K, can you drop some Ladybass merch? I had merch, but that stopped. I may look into it, guys. Let me know if you guys want that. I don't know if you guys see me wearing like shirts sometimes, but that was a long time ago. Hold up the SLX again. I will. JC Drop Shot is giving away an SLX. So this is the side that all the pictures show. The blue. Sorry, this lighting's really bad. I'm sorry, guys. That's the top blue spool. It's the side. It's literally like tiny. Like it's tiny. It's wicked. And it's a 150 size spool too, so it can hold a lot of line. It's just a lot. Even compared to the casitas, it's tiny. That's the casitas right there. You guys can't really see. I'll show more in the unboxing video, but it's tiny. I was so surprised, and it feels so much more solid than the casitas too, and the Kanan, just because of that aluminum frame. But it's so solid. Already fished the SLX, the real solid. There you go. He's fished with it already. How are the fires in Canada doing? I think we had one up near Georgian Bay. I think they got rid of that. There's one pretty close to one of the lakes I fished back in spring too, which is kind of crazy. But the SLX is super light. Yeah, it's small. It's very small. Bilingual. Yeah, Polish and English. And then like I took French for like 12 years, but I still can't say a sentence in that language. Love my poppers, yes. What sports do you referee? I referee soccer. I played soccer for all my life. Last year I turned 19, so now it's like a women's league, and I would rather ref than play in the women's league. The women's league are nuts. So I stopped fishing. I stopped playing soccer last year. I play like in the university that I fish in. Not fishing. Wow, guys. I play co-ed or whatever, intramurals in the university I study in, but other than that, like I don't do it anymore. And it sucks because I'm out of shape because of it. Because I used to be running for 90 minutes, and now I can barely run, half an hour. Do you ever fish for catfish? No, I do not. I've never got hooked past the barb yet. Knock on wood. Do smallmouth ever eat frogs and larger fishermen? So I don't know. I've caught smallmouth on hollow body frogs, so I'm guessing they do. Smallmouth are just aggressive. They'll bite anything that comes in their path. Well, if they're in the mood, obviously. But some lakes are so pressured, you have to really get them to bite. But in the Kawarthas, they eat everything and anything. Have I ever eaten a frog? No, I have not. Going south at all anytime soon? St. Clair. I won't be going south until winter hits, if I do go south, because there's fishing here, and fishing's good here in the fall. Wow, sorry, I can't keep up, guys. What do you like catching better? Smallmouth or largemouth? Smallmouth. They're a lot more aggressive. They fight a lot harder. I like fishing finesse. Most guys don't like fishing a drop shot or a tube or a little like mojo rig, but I love it. And especially if you're fishing for smallmouth, it's a lot of fun. We're here in frogfish this weekend. If my plans bail on me, I may come down. We'll see. What lure do you like throwing most on your Corrado DC? You gotta go to my videos and watch the video that says my honest review of Corrado DC. little swim baits, pretty much weightless. That thing that Chrono DC chucks them out like crazy. I was fishing a really, really windy day. You know, I was throwing, what was I throwing? I was throwing something, and then I changed to like a pretty much weightless 3.8-inch rhythm wave. I had like a 1/8 ounce head on it, casting into the wind. It was nuts. They can get so far. So now that reel, the Chrono DC, is on my 7.2 medium fast action Zodius rod, which is my little swim bait rod, and I just chuck swim baits everywhere with those. Try the Megabass Dark Sleeper. I have one. I have yet to use it though. I'm guessing you would use that like a jig or like a tube, but I don't know. I haven't fished it yet. What are you studying at university? I'm studying biomedical science. Chicken. I'm your favorite Canadian fishing chicken. Awesome. Go to Hooked Up Tackle if you want a trout HUD. Perfect. I will type that in right now because I have been looking for a trout HUD. I ordered. Oh, guys, I've been wanting this one swim bait since like June. Hooked Up Tackle. Or sorry, Hooked Up Tackle. Hook Up Tackle. I've been wanting this one swim bait since like June, and I couldn't find any of the colors I wanted anywhere. And then I got a couple of guys to help me, and I found it, and I ordered it, and it's coming in, except USPS, the American Postal Service, is slow, so slow. So I'm checking like updates every hour, and it has yet to leave its spot. It's stressing me out, but I am very excited to fish that. You guys will see that swim bait on YouTube. How do you get popular on YouTube? You just gotta make videos. There's just like Flukes. I watch Fluke a lot. Like Fluke says, there's a certain amount of people on the internet that want to watch you. As long as you can reach those people, they will watch you. So just put out a ton of videos. Some videos will do very well. Some videos will not do very well. But the more you put out there, the higher chance of you have people finding you, people liking you. And I mean, you do have to be, pretty okay in front of the camera and okay with editing too. But just post videos, man. High quality. Don't worry about don't post like 5 times a day. Post like have a schedule like once a week or whatever, and post like 10-15-minute videos, and you'll be okay. Ever fish for crappie? No. There's crappie here in Southern Ontario. I've never caught one though. Might be a good thing to do in the preseason. Ever fished Pennsylvania? No, but I've driven past it and I've been shopping there because the tax is low. Are you going to try the Guggen baits? The bandito bug, the little like rage bug looking one, that one I want to try, and I want to try the drop shot bait. And I may try one of the Mondo worms too, but that's gonna be when they're in stock, so probably next year. Are your university studies helping you become a better YouTuber and fisher lady? No, I'm studying biomedical science. If anything, it's hindering my fishing and my YouTube because I have no time to fish for YouTube. But it's what I'm interested in. It's what I want to do. So, best combo for pitching docks with rubber. What line of bait caster? For pitching docks, I use my jig combo: 7.2 medium heavy fast stout rod, 70 size reel, 50-pound braid, high gear ratio reel. You need a high gear ratio. Do you plan on doing collabs? Yeah, I collab with people here in Ontario. The issue is the guys down south is I don't have any money. I'm a university student. I don't have time to travel because I'm working all the time. So that's the only issue I have with that. You rock, I'm wearing your shirt right now. Awesome, thanks. Thanks, Chaos Paddlers. Thank you so much for the support. Do I have a fan mail address? No, I do not. I do not. Yeah, you also have to know what you're doing when you post. But you got to know something about fishing if you're going to post fishing videos. That is very true. Good comment. Bowfin. Yeah, I fished bowfin I've fished bowfin twice, and they're absolutely nuts. See the thing, like pike, bowfin, crappie, all that kind of stuff will be like in the preseason before bass open here. Because when bass open, I'm fishing for bass because I can't fish for bass like 100 months out of the year. So, Ryan, happy birthday. What video editing software to use? I use Final Cut Pro. iMovie is amazing to start with. It comes on Mac, so if you have a Mac, it'll come with it. I think it's like $10 if you don't have a Mac. Super easy to use. You can do almost everything on it, and it's really, really cheap. If you guys are commenting about football, baseball, hockey, I do not know. So, do you follow the Googans on here? Yeah, I subscribe to them. I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos, to be honest with you guys, just because I don't really have time. But you had me at drop shot fishing. Yeah, drop shot fishing is fun. Very fun, especially when you're drifting over smallmouth and you mark them on the graph and you stick your drop shot down. Boop. A lot of fun. Plan on saltwater fish. If I go down to Florida or somewhere saltwatery, I will saltwater fish, but I'm not planning any plans right now. If I do plan a trip, it will probably be down to the southern states in December, January, when I have like a couple weeks off from school. Ooh, sorry guys. Ever tried bow fishing? I have not. I had the opportunity to go like bow fishing for carp, but that kind of fell through. I don't have a bow. I don't know anyone here that in Ontario that bow fishes, but that may be something I'm going to look into. It looks like a lot of fun. Looks like a lot of fun. What's the biggest fish you've caught? Lake trout this winter through the ice. We didn't scale it. It wasn't big. By lake trout means, sorry. It was like 10 pounds, 11 pounds. The biggest one that day was about 18. But that's my biggest fish. I've caught barracuda, but that was not as big as the lake trout, I don't think, at least. And then bass is 580 and 575 for smallmouth and largemouth. My PB smallmouth is actually bigger than my PB largemouth, which is kind of funny. But yeah. What's the best subscription box in your opinion? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've taken the step like away from the whole subscription box thing. A couple years back, I used to buy MTB just to like, I guess, up my arsenal. And then I worked with Simple Fishing, a Canadian one, for a little bit. But right now, I'm not in the box scene. The thing is, if this is my whole philosophy of promoting product. If I was not to spend, if I'm not going to be spending my own money to buy the product, if I didn't have this opportunity, I shouldn't be promoting it. So say like, I would be buying the casitas even if I wasn't, working with Shimano. You know what I mean? Like I'd be using Shimano stuff. I would be using English Choice. I'd be using Perfect Jigs. I'd be wearing raw fish, even if I wasn't like working with them. So that's my whole criteria. If I stopped using boxes, I stopped buying them. So I figured I'm not going to be promoting them. It's just doesn't seem too fair in my opinion. Bait cache you suggest for beginner that's not over $100? I have a Shimano Kanan, and that thing is wicked. I've had that thing for 2 years now, and I've yet to have an issue with it. It's pretty cool. Easy to tune. It has a graphite frame. The new SLX, I have yet to use it. You can ask JC Dropshot how he likes it, but this is $100, and I will give you guys my opinion after I use it, but I do think it's going to be a step up from the Kanan and the casitas. Should do fishing against Perrick. That'd be fun. That'd be very fun. I think that'd be a lot of fun. You ever gonna move down to the States? I don't know where life's gonna take me. I don't have plans after. Well, I have like plans, but I don't have set plans, I guess you could say. There's actually a chance I may end up in the States. We'll see. It would definitely be like a smallmouth spot like Michigan or like a largemouth spot like Florida, though. So letting you guys know, all you guys in the middle. Dirty jigs. I've yet to use dirty. I can't find dirty jigs here anywhere. The Dirty Jigs, I think they make like a swim bait head I've been wanting to try, but I can't find them anywhere. And I'm not going to order from Tackle Warehouse because it's like $100 shipping, so. From Australia, how's it going, Mark? When do you start school? In September? Do some monster fishing like muskie, shark, sturgeon, etc. This fall, I'll be going after muskie, hopefully. Come out with a Ladybass reel. That'd be pretty cool. I have a Ladybass bait. That's close enough, right? Natty up north. That'd be pretty cool to catch muskie with her. That'd be a lot of fun. That may come in the future. We'll see. I've never talked to her, though. What is a good brand of jigs do you like and to use the most, trying to find a sweet jig to start using? I don't have them with me, but a couple of years ago, 2 years ago now, I started using the Perfect Jigs Mini Elite Jig. The Perfect Jig Mini Elite Jig. It's a smaller profile. I think it has. I still think it has a 3 or 4/0 hook. The head design is what got me though. It's perfect for. It's like a modified Arky style a little bit. My favorite jig. My favorite jig for sure. Pickwick Lake has both world's 8-pound smallmouth and 12-pound, I'm guessing, largemouth. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I do want to eventually do like a tour of America, I guess you could say, and hit like the most known or the most famous lakes. So like I'll start like St. Lawrence River and go down to Champlain, and probably avoid all the tidal lakes because I don't want to fish those. Go to Lanier, Florida. I've yet to fish Okeechobee. I've been to Florida like 100 times. I haven't fished Okeechobee yet. And then do like the Tennessee rivers and all. That'd be kind of cool. That'll be in the future though, because I don't have time right now. Are you going to be the next Bob Azumi? No one will ever be the next Bob Azumi. Bob Azumi's Bob Azumi. Bob Azumi's crazy. Me hit 20K, can you make some? I'll look into it. If you guys are interested in it, I'll look into it. I haven't really been thinking about merch at all. But if you guys want something, I'll look into it for sure. You interested in kayak, bass fishing? Let me know if you guys ever want to go fishing with me. Let me know on Instagram. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Emails I do answer, but I get a lot of emails that don't really have a question in them, so I don't really know how to reply to them. They're like open-ended emails, so I don't really know what to do with them. So if I don't answer you guys, I'm sorry. But if I don't see a question, I don't really usually answer because I don't know what to say. Fishing Kentucky, yeah, maybe one day. My daughter loves your videos. That's awesome to hear. I love hearing when your daughters or your sons watch my videos. That's awesome. Getting a new generation into fishing. That's awesome. Will you teach me how to fish? If you have any questions, let me know. I am an open book right now. Do you fish mostly muskoka or kawarthas? I mostly fish the kawarthas. Most of the kawarthas. I want to stay on here for another 10 minutes or so, 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Don't ask me about any swim bait questions because I have literally been swim baiting for 2 months. So I don't have confidence in swim baits yet. But I do have a question for you guys. If you guys know where to find a Megabass 185 tail fast, let me know. Because I ordered one, it's been 2 weeks, and the shop still doesn't have it, and I need a tail. So this is the 175 size. This is the 175 or 185, whatever size I slide. Your girl needs a tail, and it's getting super glued in, so I never lose one again because I can't find them anywhere here, and they're like $15 off eBay. So, tips for summer daytime fishing. You have to look if they're in the feeding period or not. Throughout the day, there'll be breaks in the day where they are a little bit more aggressive. Usually, if I'm fishing this summer, I fish either in the morning till noon or like 3 o'clock till 9. But if I get myself in the middle of the day, I'm fishing deep or in the thick grass, like flipping grass. Fish need oxygen. I do think the weather affects them, even though it's not like directly affecting the water. I'd go deep though. I'd go deep or thick grass. Minnesota Mille Lacs. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I live 2 miles from Lake Champlain. Love the small fishing. Highly recommend. Second to none. Oh, I believe you. I believe you. Have you ever done kayak fishing? It's pretty fun. Yeah, I kayak fish once in a while. I'm not a huge kayak fisherman. I like having my boat and having everything there. Kayak fishing, I can only bring a certain amount of things. Yeah, Tackle Warehouse has the tails, except it's like $20 shipping to Ontario, and they don't ship the tails internationally. I would have ordered off Tackle Warehouse if they didn't charge me $20 shipping, and if they actually ship to Canada. I don't know why they don't ship the tails. It's just plastic, but I don't know. If a woman asked you why you love fishing so much, what would be your response? Either the same response is if a guy asked me. I like the puzzle and I like the rush. I like putting everything together, you know. What 13 fishing reels would you recommend for beginners? I have never used a 13 fishing reel, so I cannot recommend any of them. What's your go-to rig for big swim baits? Been wanting to try some huge swim baits. Father-in-law. I don't fish swim baits over like 2.5. My heaviest swim bait is this guy right here. This is 2.5 ounces. The rod I use is rated up to 2 ounces. So it's not a big swim bait rod, but it throws like your S wavers, your mega bass, your whatever you're using, right? It's a 7/8 extra heavy Zodius. It's a fast action, but I do find the Zodius lineup to be a little bit slower tapered, I guess you could say. And on there I have a Corrado K 20-pound Invisex. That's my swim bait setup as of right now. And I don't know, I'm not really looking into a bigger swim bait setup just because I don't think I'll be throwing anything more than 2.5 ounces. But a musky setup will probably be in the future for sure. And I can throw like my big like down swimmers for by Jackals, like 4 ounces on those. So if you spend $50 on dollar, shipping is not free from Tackle Warehouse to Canada, guys. It's a flat rate of like $25, I think. And if I buy a lot, I'm getting taxed at the border too. So like I do order from Tackle Warehouse. I order once a year, either on Black Friday or the Christmas sale, and that way it ends up being worth it if I get taxed at the border. It's other websites have a lot better shipping methods. Like I paid like $9 for shipping from Carolina Fishing Tackle or something like that for my swim bait, which is good. Which is good. Just it's USPS. It's the American service, whatever. So it's really slow, but whatever. $9. It'll be here next week, hopefully. Calcutta or no? I don't know if I'm gonna go Calcutta. If I'm gonna go Tranks. I don't know if I'm gonna go low profile or open faced yet. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know enough. So no, I have not used 13 fishing reels. Sorry, bud. That'd be a question for Fluke Master or Kicking the Bass TV. But thank you for support, man. How do you cast light bait to the bait caster? Corrado DC. That's why I cast light bait to the bait caster. And you have to have it set up properly. And you can't throw it on a heavy rod either. So you have to be able to load up your rod tip to actually throw the bait. What Power Pro line do you recommend? My favorite line, the Super 8 Slick. The new V2, guys, the new V2 line, smaller, slicker, and apparently it's a lot more abrasion resistant. I haven't fished a lot of heavy cover, so I have yet to vouch on that, but the new V2 is pretty sick. And it's replacing the regular Power Pro, but a regular Power Pro Super 8 Slick, I believe. So it's like the newer model for this. They came out with what was the last show they had? The iCast came out. iCast. How do you fish the big brim bait? So this is a swim bait. I find that it glides a little bit more like a glide bait as well. Like it has a little bit more of an S action to it, like an S waver, I guess you could say. The way I fish it is if I'm fishing deep, I cast it out, reel it down, stick my rod in the water to get it a little bit deeper because it only dives like 3 feet or so. And I do a steady retrieve. I play around with all my swim baits in shallow water just to see how they look with the certain retrieves. With the Gantrail, what I like to do, which is I've been testing in shallow water, what I saw at least. A slow, steady retrieve, and sometimes I'll speed up a little bit and like stop, and it'll kind of like glide to the side, which is kind of cool. But whenever you guys get a swim bait, stand on the dock, throw it out, play around with it, see what you like, and apply that when you're fishing. That's what I've been doing at least. And I've been hopefully learning a little bit from that. And that's the Jackal Gantarelle, by the way, the big brim bait. My wife who fishes with me loves that a young girl's bass fishing. Awesome, awesome. Chaos Paddler, aren't you from Canada? I don't want you to pay like $30 for shipping. Which Shimano X Bride would you recommend for medium-sized worming? I have never used an X Bride yet, but I can recommend you a general rod that I would use. Medium-sized worming, I'm guessing like a Texas rig, shaky head, like 7-inch worm, I'm guessing. I would use a 7.2 to a 7.6, like medium heavy, fast action rod. I personally prefer longer rods. That's just me though. Even like for drop shotting, I'll use a 7.3. But get like a 7.2, 7.6, medium heavy, fast action rod. Boat tour video. You guys have been asking for a boat tour forever. It's not complete yet. That's the thing. I don't want to give you guys a boat tour because I'm not satisfied with my boat yet. So I've been saving up for a Helix 10. Actually, last year I was like, I'm buying the Helix 10. Like, it's gonna improve my fishing game so much, and I keep on putting it off. I'm waiting for a sale because I don't want to spend 2.5K on a graph if I can find a sale. But I haven't found one. I haven't found any used. So it's fall right now. So I'm just probably gonna wait till the springtime. I'm gonna see. I'm debating between the Helix 9 and Helix 10, like the fully loaded ones, like with Mega and all that stuff and side imaging. Apparently there's a big difference between the 9 and the 10. The only big difference I see is the price. So we'll see. I know the transducer is a little different. I know the actual screen is bigger and it's better, but I just don't know if it's going to be worth the extra like $800. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm not doing a boat tour until I get that in, because then the Helix 5 I have now, just the standard first generation that I bought a couple years back, is going up front, and then I'll feel like my boat's complete. But that'll be in the spring, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I may do the one in the fall. We'll see. We'll see. I know you guys have been asking for that forever. Good baitcaster combo for northern pike. Depends what you're throwing. I throw everything from 110 size jerk baits, like the re-range and I don't throw the Vision 110 obviously, but for pike at least, but the Jackal re-range, all the way up to like I'll throw. The first time I threw this bait, I threw it for pike and I lost. You guys can see. That's the Mega Bass eye that it comes stock. That's an eye I took off another swim bait. But the first time I threw this bait, I got blown up by a pike, head first like this, took an eye, put a huge scratch in my Mega Bass, and didn't get a hook. So I'll throw like little jerk baits to 2-ounce baits. So it kind of depends, right? This like 2-ounce baits, you need a rod obviously for 2 ounces, but little jerk baits I throw in a medium, heavy, and a heavy. So walleye fishing, I know nothing about walleye fishing. I am sorry. Do I hunt? No, I do not hunt. I do not hunt. I have never used 13 fishing rods. I am sorry. Jackal worth the hefty price. They're actually pretty. Oh, sorry, compared to other Japanese companies, they're actually relatively inexpensive. Jackal, like I said, is a Japanese-based company. So the baits are a little bit different than some stuff you may find in like Tackle Warehouse or something. I think the difference is what sets them apart and what makes any Japanese company or Japanese bait worth it is that difference you get with the action and that better paint job and all that stuff. So I do think it's worth the money. Heck, I spent $32 on a jerkbait from Megabass. Like, I don't know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sorry guys, my throat is itchy. I work in air conditioning, so wow. So outside, ooh, outside it's like 30 degrees Celsius. Wow, I'm tearing up. Outside it's like 30 degrees Celsius, like tank top weather, and inside I'm sitting with like a sweater on, like I'm freezing. So wow, okay, we're good. The Maverick, let me know. Let me know if you can help me with a tail, because I kind of want to fish it this weekend, but I don't have a tail, and I don't know when it'll be in because I'm waiting for a phone call. I've been calling them every week since I ordered, and it's still not there, so. Wow. When is your next cat video? I have no idea. I'm sorry. I have no idea. There is like one like pond / tiny lake I want to fish that I will not be able to get my boat in, but I don't know if I'll have time to go there. If I do, you guys will see that. If not this year, then next year. Jackal or Megabass? Oh man, Megabass is more expensive. It's harder to find, I think, at least. I don't know. Megabass Vision 110 is really good. The Jackal Re-Range is one of my favorite jerkbaits right now, though. Swim baits. I mean, I have both Megabass and Jackal. As you guys can see, I have more Jackal, obviously, because I'm on the pro staff team with Shimano. But I think it just depends on the bait. What fishing sunglasses do you like? This year I bought the Smith Optics sunglasses. They're a little bit cheaper, I think, than Costa's, like price-wise, but they have the Chroma Pop lens. That thing is insane. That's my new favorite pair of sunglasses. They do cost me a little bit, so I'd only have one pair, and I won't be buying another pair probably until next year if I do end up buying another lens color. But I really, really like the Smith Optics. Japan lure shop for Megabass 110s. Good to know. I'm not buying any more right now, though, because I have a box of them, and I barely fish jerkbaits right now. Do you think getting upgraded bearings for the Kanan would be worth it? Or just use them? The Kanan casts a mile. I think you should just leave them. Ooh, sorry guys. We're gonna end this in like a couple minutes. I'm just trying to catch up. How old are you? I am 19 years old. 19. Thank you, Art. Ooh, sorry guys. I'm skipping everywhere. Just bought Karate C and the package got stolen my front porch. Wow. If you bought it off Tackle Warehouse, they may have a thing where they can help you out, but that sucks. I don't know if I can help you with that. What's your favorite scale to weigh your fish if anyone hasn't asked? I've only used 2 scales. I've used like a quantum scale that I actually weigh my PB on. It's very accurate though. I test my scales every couple of weeks, or I guess twice or 3 times during the bass season or during the summer. But I test my scales to make sure they're accurate. I've used the quantum one, but it doesn't have the lip gripper, like the clamp, and I want the clamp. So I got the Gambler scale, like the green one with the clamp. That's the scale I use right now. The only issue I have with it is it has kilograms and it has, I want to say this so wrong, I'm sorry for you guys down in America, in the States, but it has pounds and ounces. Like it has like up to whatever ounces is 14, 16. It doesn't have like 0.98 or what, you know what I mean. I'm sorry guys, I don't know your system. I don't know what your system, we use the metric system here. That's the only thing I don't like about it, because my PB is weighed like, my PB largemouth is weighed like, and smallmouth is weighed 5.75, and my PB smallmouth is 580. You know what I mean? So if I weigh another PB, it's not going to be, I have to convert it, but that's the only thing I don't like about it. I'm sorry for making you guys cringe. What kind of braid line do you use? I like Slx 832. I used Slx 832 previously. I had it break, guys. Like, I've never had any other braid break other than Slx 832, and the thing turns white in like 2 hours. I've used it. I don't like it. It just depends. Maybe I had a bad spool. I don't know. I use Power Pro now though, and I used it before too. I just wanted to try Slx because I think it was a little cheaper. What's your favorite rod and reel? Shimano Zodius and the DC or the K right now. Do a terminal tackle tour, please, or day bag overview. I'm going to do that. I've been planning to do that video. I'm going to do that video for you guys. I think the terminal tackle box is the most important box in your boat, and it has to be clean, has to be organized, and you have to protect your stuff from rust. I'm going to do a video on that because I think my system's pretty good. Fishing with making whatever. I'm not going to talk about the weight thing. How long does the bass season run in Canada? So bass open in June and close in December. But like after November, you're not really going to catch any bass. My experience, at least. I would fail if I had a metric test. See, metric system is easy because you have like you're only adding and subtracting zeros. You know what I mean? Makes more sense. I don't know. How often do you clean your reels? I clean my reels once a year. I don't take them fully apart. If I have an issue, I'll send them into the service center. There's a Shimano warranty and service center. That's if I had an issue. I had one issue with my Corrado 70. It was making a weird noise, so I sent it in. They got everything changed for me, and it's A-okay now. But once a year in the winter, I oil, lube, clean it out, and that's about it. I have large hands, so most reels don't fit my hand. Any reel suggestions for me? Large hands. 200 size Corrado K. Perfect for you. It's not big though. That's the thing. Like it fits in my. I can palm it well, but it's a 200 size reel, so it's a little bit bigger. The Corrado DC is actually the same size as the K, because they have to fit the little computer chip in there. Salmon season. Yes, I have a float set up on the way. I just confirmed my purchase with a center pin, so it's gonna happen. I know salmon season you can use conventional gear like little jerk baits and all that stuff, but like I'm more excited for steelhead season, I guess you could say, like the little winter run that they do. How's your bass boat doing? Any new options? I think you mean like modifications. Yes, graph is number one. Like literally my shopping list on the top is a new graph. Like it has to happen eventually. I'm not spending any more money until that's fixed, because I honestly think with side imaging and Meg and all that stuff, I can increase my fishing by so much. Because I don't even have down imaging right now, so I'm gonna have to buy that eventually, probably in the winter or the spring. What's a center pin? Oh, what center pin? You guys will see. You guys will see. It's not expensive. It's not like an Highlander or anything like that. What part of Ontario am I from? I'm from Southern Ontario. What mic and camera do you use? Just thinking about getting a Rode video mic. So yeah, so I use a Rode mic. It's the one without the battery. It's the little one. And I use a Sony A6300. So that's a wicked camera. It's my boss is the same trolling motor. Do you have a spot lock issue? The boat likes to drift 5-10 feet from the spot lock. The boat will drift a little bit. The spot lock on the Trova isn't anything like an Ultrex or anything like that. But even the Altera is a lot better than the Trova. But it will drift a little bit just because of the wind. I found that when I'm fishing flat, calm, I don't move, but in the wind it's going to drift, obviously. I want an Ultra. Everyone wants an Ultrex. Those things are so wicked. They're so responsive too. I do kayak fish from time to time. I had a video a couple weeks back kayak fishing. All right, guys. 2 more questions and we're off. I'm out of water. And I have like 2 or 3 videos to edit from this weekend still. So what's your PB? My personal best largemouth is 575. and my personal best smallmouth is 580. Those are my two PBs. And lake trout's like 10 pounds, I think, or something like that. Ever fly fishing? I fly fished once in my life. I didn't catch anything. I don't have like a setup for it, so I don't really fly fish. But it would be cool. There's a lot of like little creeks and little streams in the Kawarthas at least, and it'd be kind of cool to go like for smallmouth or something like that with a fly. That I've always wanted to fly fish, but I've never really done it. So that may be in the future, guys. Right now I'm into the whole float reel thing and going for steelhead kind of deal, but. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this live stream. Hit that like button if you guys had a good time. Hopefully you guys did. Hopefully I answered most of your questions. I know I haven't done this in a while. I used to do these like at least once a month, but I don't think I've done it since like the preseason. I'll be doing them a little bit more often now. Hopefully that my schedule's calming down a little bit now that I'm going into school. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any more questions, don't be afraid to comment on my videos. I try to answer all of them. I know I don't, but I try. Send me an email if you have a question. My email's in the description. You can contact me on Instagram. I don't use Facebook anymore, so if you guys are commenting or sending a message on Facebook, I will not answer that. I'm sorry, but try Instagram or my email. But hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys soon.